Hello, my friend. Namaste, and welcome to Namaste Today in the Zodiac weather. My name is Christopher Witecki. I call myself the Sensei to Sirius Joy. I'm here to help you stand in your joy. And this webisode is for Monday, September 29th, 2014. We're back to a new week. But I've got good news, my friend. Step 6 rules the day. Step 6 is Venus, if you want to talk classic astrology. 6, Libra, giving and receiving, relationships. There's a part of our soul that does nothing but pay attention to the balance and order in things. God made us that way. We always pay attention to it. Or some of us don't pay attention to it at all. And that's the elephant in the china, cabinet or store. We're not paying attention at all to the fact that we're throwing things off balance. But eventually our fellow human being knocks us in the face or something and we pay attention. So today is about paying attention to the balance and order of things, but most importantly today is about giving and receiving. It's about restoring balance to your life. So if you've been having a hard time, my friend, today I believe that the flowers will come out and you will end the day restored. So before we talk about how that's going to happen, let's first tame our brain with the phrase of the day. I am open and ready to accept and receive from me. I am open and ready to accept and receive from me. Now you may go, well, that's obvious. Well, I don't know. Let's talk about that here through this webisode. For instance, if you tell yourself, don't feel guilty about that, do you accept and receive that? Go, okay, thanks me. Do you accept and receive it? I don't think we often accept and receive. I don't think we often respect our own words inside of us. But today is definitely a day where you want to accept and receive from me. That's the first beginning of our restoring of our balance. Now, the serious step of the day is step 6. That's where we build balance in ourselves. That's when we open up for business. We start breathing with the universe, breathing with our heart. The I give and I receive consciousness is the part that turns into relationships. But right now, since we're in the first 11 steps, we're still in the first 11 steps of the transit. It takes 11 steps to get to serious joy. Well, here at step 6, it's really about the me-ridge. It's about how you relate to yourself. And believe it or not, the way consciousness works is the way you treat yourself is actually the way people end up treating you. So you can change things. Now the moon is in Sagittarius and probably making us a bit impatient today because it's going to cross Mars. We'll talk about that in the Zodiac weather, and we'll talk about it also with the planets. But today, know that your heart, your emotions is ready for new, and this might be the last thing that lights the firework, that gets you going, that knocks the first domino down. So tonight, after this impulsive emotional day, I think tonight is going to feel like there's a real adventure coming, and this adventure feels real. Like this is real. I'm not kidding myself. This is actually manifesting. Now let's look at the ruling chakras. Giving and receiving comes actually down to the throat chakra. This blue energy is what we give and receive. And if you think about it, stare up at the sky, the blue sky. Are you not just so open to giving and receiving when you look at the blue sky? We're kind of coded by color in our consciousness. It's all part of the big Matrix video game we've incarnated down to be in. And blue is when we open up to giving and receiving. We're coded to blue. And that's why blues and light blues make us feel peaceful. And that's why car salesmen wear powder blue suits in the old days. It's just something about it. It's peaceful and easy to approach. So we're in the blue, we're in the giving and receiving. And if you're having any health issues with the throat right now, you might go, am I open to giving and receiving? Now the moon is in Sagittarius, so emotions are lighting up our third eye. Emotions are opening up. Unlimited possibility. What is possible? Light casting into the future, what is possible that we can create. And the interesting thing, I'll give you a little tidbit, if you are having a hard time opening up these parts of yourself, you can wear that color. So dark blues are really a blend of giving and receiving and our vision. And isn't it funny, like that IBM dark business suit is just that color. Human consciousness, for some reason, is all encoded to follow the color structure. So let's look at planet soup. What is God cooking up there? Well, for starters, the sun is at step 6 Libra. That's juicy, purebred, Libra goodness. So we're having some nice sunshine pouring on the universe. Sometimes, by the way, when sunshine pours on a volatile situation, it actually will snap or fire or kind of go off at first in its effort to restore balance. In fact, in Libra, people do tend to oversteer the car in an attempt to correct. So this is why in this step you really want to accept and receive from yourself. You really want to restore balance with yourself today before you venture out into the world. You'll have plenty of chances. But Mars here at step 10 is saying, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. Like a dog on a leash. We are ready to go, ready to go. And what we're doing is ready to go and ready to love and trust where we're going. But this is why it's so intense. Because the moon will cross Mars. Not just cross Mars, but light up this whole damn grand trine in fire, which means we're going to feel the fire. Now, the other parts of the fire is Jupiter at step 15 in Leo saying, I'm hungry, my heart wants fun, and my heart wants it now. Uranus and Aries is going, I don't know if I'm strong enough. And the truth is, the moon crossing Mars is, who cares? You're going to be pushed in the pool. So you might get pulled into an argument. You might get pulled into something lower vibration in order to spark this up. But this is about following and getting your emotions behind your beliefs. And sometimes people have to get in an argument with someone else to do that. Jupiter's at step 15 Leo, which means it's time to be mindful of what our heart wants. Unite the mind with the heart. And Mercury has danced into Scorpio, which means we're already thinking about making necessary cuts, if necessary, to get the job done. And speaking of cuts, Pluto is now direct and has been, which means we're moving forward in our quote karma. We're pushing forward with our /evolution, and that means that a lot of people's jumping and leaping and emotional passion for something new is going to break, quote, the rules, whatever those rules are. So this brings us into Sensei Sunrise. I dig this music. It always pulls me back in. Okay, so the serious step of the day is step 6, and that, in essence, is open up, right? We have to open up to accepting and receiving from ourselves. So let's do a little example here. Right now, if you want to meditate with me, tell yourself a compliment like, Chris, you sure are smart. Now, after you say that to yourself, did another side of you catch that conscious ball and go, I am smart? Did you complete the loop of giving and receiving? Did you accept that compliment from yourself, and did you allow yourself to feel it? When you chew your food, do you taste your food? Do you allow yourself to taste it? They say stop and smell the roses, but seriously, did you smell the roses? The reason is I find with coaching my light clients off camera, is that if you can't accept a compliment from yourself, you won't accept a paycheck greater than what you know either. Because the ability to accept is the ability to receive. It's the same. And a lot of people have a hard time accepting and receiving. For instance, accepting, receiving the truth. Like, here's the truth. He ain't coming back. Can you accept and receive that? So you can see that it's a complicated issue, and this is why this is a grasshopper step, step 6, to accept and receive, and we want to open up. So that brings us to now our daily gong. Today's gong. This is something to think about. And that is, contemplate this, my friend. What would be the perfect compliment that someone could tell you? What's the perfect compliment? What would make your heart just light up for someone to tell you? For a stranger to reach out and say, no, 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 no. And if the stranger said it to you, would you sit there and be like, oh, that's exactly what I meditated on with Christopher? Would you sit and accept and receive that compliment? Would you accept and receive it from the person and let your heart get all warm and look stupid right in public or whatever it is? That's something to meditate on today. What is the perfect compliment that someone could say to me? And then here's the real mind flip. Try saying it to yourself. Tell yourself that compliment that you came up with. See if it feels good. See if you resist accepting it from yourself. This is the basis of real magic on earth, is that each person that does anything really great, like you look at Gandhi or you look at Mother Teresa, I always say Amma, who's doing amazing work right now, hugging everybody on the earth. These people, like Gandhi on the railroad tracks, do you think he's sitting there on the railroad tracks and he's thinking about the train or his friends or the country of India? Nope, I think he's trying to accept and receive to try to stay calm. I'm not going to worry. He's accepting, receiving from himself. We have to kind of give and love ourselves to bring ourselves to new heights. So today, what's a perfect compliment? Say it to yourself. Can you accept and receive it? And this is what I argue. It's gonna feel good, and you're not gonna believe that giving yourself a compliment and accepting it can feel good. Like, what? Yes, we can love ourselves and pump ourselves up. So cool. Be right back after this. Hello, my friend. Now, if you're just joining us and you don't know, soulmart.me is kind of our retail outlet where we sell products and services, and that keeps us on the air if you don't know. So you can come down to soulmart.me anytime and find out about these services. For one, I have released the Megascopes. We've had 2 mega dates here in the last 3 days. We had a mega date on Friday and a mega date on Monday. Mega dates are dates that will change the story of the sign. Now, I have mega previews for free on soulgarden.tv. Just click Astro Extra in the super blogs, and you can watch your little 2.5 to 3 minute introduction on what you're going to go through. But these are all available for immediate download or purchase. Purchase is download, or rentals, that's the word, at soulmart.me. You can rent, you can watch instantly. They stay hosted all month long. If you would like a personal one-on-one consultation with me, now is the time. I'm taking bookings here through October 31st. It's $65 for a half hour, and it's guaranteed to change your life. So if you're on the back and forth of whether or not you want to give and receive, here's a way to give to yourself. I'm a great present, and I record it. So now, if you have anything you need, or you'd like to join us, or blah, 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 the way to email us is help@soulmart.me, and we'll be right there for you. Well, my friend, before you go to Soulmart, before you look and get that reading for yourself, let's take a look at the moods of each of your brothers and sisters and where they are opening up to giving and receiving today, starting with step 0. That's the Scorpios. Sunny and productive today for the Scorpios. They're feeling very anxious, probably about manifestation. And you know what? It is time to move forward, Scorpio, with manifesting abundance. Go right for it. Raise your prices. The Leos. Sunny and super childlike with the moon in Sagittarius. Time to move ahead with manifesting your heart's truest dreams. Just be honest with yourself about that one. Step 2 is the Cancers. Cloudy, chance of some anxiety today with the moon crossing Mars, but it's time to move ahead with a new belief about life. How should life be? I mean life, I mean work, I mean day to day, I mean the life. Step 3, the Sagittarius is sunny and cool with the moon in their sign and Mars in their sign. They are out and they are focusing. Time to move ahead for your plans for greatness. Can't say it any better than that. Go ahead. You don't get it all the time, Sag, so take advantage. Step 4, the Aquarius is sunny and social today. Time to move ahead with your social theories. I say theories because it's not the age of Aquarius yet, but move ahead. We're looking forward to it. Step 5, the Gemini is sunny and sentimental. The moon is saying move ahead with new relationships like now. Step 6, the Librans, sunny and chit-chatty. Librans be out talking up the world. Move ahead with new ideas or the new attitude. Or if you're a light worker, an author, a writer, move ahead with the new ideas. Step 7, the Pisces, sunny and professional today. Time to move ahead with new career possibilities or swim away from the old stuff you don't like anymore, wherever you are on that bench. Step 8, the Capricorns, cloudy chance of anxieties today, but it's time to move ahead with spiritual faith and what you sense anyways. Just move ahead with that now. Step 9s, that's the Aries. Sunny, philosophical today. Time to move ahead with what you do know. So that means pick the low-hanging fruit. Step 10s, the Tauruses. Sunny with a chance of Harendi, that Mars is in their house of into me I see. And that's what Tauruses need to move forward with, is knowing yourself on a deeper level, deeper, especially with opening up, etc., etc. Step 11's the Virgos. Cloudy chance of some anxieties today. That's why it's time to move ahead with Self-Mothering 2.0. Time for the Virgins to take it up a notch with how much you baby yourself. Uber important. All right, and that brings us now to our Lightwalker Parade. And the Lightworker Parade is basically the videos that follow this video in the playlist. Whether you're watching on soulgarden.tv, the Namaste Today playlist, or you're on YouTube watching on the Namaste Today playlist, what comes following this playlist is what I'm about to say. First, Venus Prime Health. Damon Perry and I have these little 7-minute segments. In this one, we're talking about avoiding cancer. We're up to number 4, which is natural toothpastes. Natural toothpaste. There's a lot of gunk in toothpaste, folks. And then I've released a new episode of Skip Jennings. He's asking us in the Sun and Libra, what blocks our minds? So he's actually on the same note I am. That's why I pulled Skip. He's always on the same note. And Mama has pulled a card for this week. It is the Justice card. You can reach that on the super blog section of Tarot Today. See what Mom had to say. And if you didn't know, Master One Feather and I have a philosophical and spiritual debate once a week. This week we talk about Libras and the infamous mirage. So you can check that out on soulguard.tv and or on YouTube. Incidentally, if you're watching on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. And you can be our friend on Facebook by going to soulgarden.me. That'll take you straight there. And you can now register and be on our mailing list. So come on down to soulmart.me. You'll see it on our mailing list. So soulgarden.tv is where all of our blogs live. And if you care, if you're grateful, share us with your friends. That's the nicest thing you can do, and we do appreciate it. And that brings us now to Soul Nirvana. Soul Nirvana. Garbage. Have you ever heard this song, When I Grow Up? This today, I think, is the energy of moon crossing Mars, and I think, and the idea of stepping it up a notch. This album actually came out the last time Jupiter was in Leo, and I remember hearing this album, I remember hearing this song, and at the time I was trying to grow up. I think it was also a Saturn return, but still, nonetheless, it really strikes a chord in that Jupiter in Leo. So if you need a reminder of growing up, Garbage 2.0, and how perfect, actually, 2.0 came right out in the dot-com boom. When I grow up, I'll turn the tables. That's what's so beautiful. So turn your tables in the favor of you. Accept and receive love from yourself. And I'll see you in 24 hours with more wisdom and light. Until then, my friends, live, love, be.